Stop and listen, because something has opened in the heavens and this message is reaching you at the exact second you need it. A person with extreme wealth, someone whose resources stretch beyond anything you have ever imagined, has been assigned to your life by divine instruction, and they are getting ready to give you things you never worked for, opportunities you never saw coming, and open doors you never dreamed could belong to you. But here is the urgent part you cannot ignore. The enemy already knows about what is coming your way, and he is pushing distractions, confusion, and fear toward you because he wants to pull you away from the moment that is rising for you right now. Do not let him steal what has already been ordered for your life. Your financial story is being rewritten as you hear this. Angels are positioning people with influence, wealth, and authority to cross paths with you within the next 72 hours. Heaven heard your late-night tears. Heaven saw you checking your bank account at 2 in the morning, wondering how you would take care of your family, pay for what is overdue, or make it through another week. But this is the moment your season of lack breaks. You didn't stumble onto this message by chance. This is a divine appointment arranged long before today. A person with more wealth than you can imagine has been sensing a pull towards someone they've never met, and that someone is you. They don't know your story, but heaven showed it to them. They don't know your name, but the Spirit keeps placing you in their heart. They will soon understand that you have been chosen for a level of favor that reaches far beyond money. What is coming to you isn't just about you. It is about your children, your grandchildren, and your entire family line. As you take in these words, old patterns of poverty, fear, and not enough are breaking apart. A shift is happening in you even now. The enemy tried to convince you that you would always struggle, always worry, always survive but never thrive. But heaven is reversing that narrative. A person with extraordinary influence is about to contact you, meet you, or cross into your world unexpectedly. They will ask what you need, and they will be in position to help without hesitation. Doors you never touched will swing open because they were designed for you from the beginning. This is the season where strangers become helpers and people you never imagined become carriers of blessing. What is coming into your life will make others look at you and wonder how everything changed so fast, and you will simply say, God stepped in. Do not scroll, do not disconnect. Do not allow doubt to pull you away. Everything in the spirit realm is shifting right now around your finances, your future, and your stability. There has been a battle over your resources for a long time. You have noticed the pattern. Every time you try to move forward, something goes wrong. Every time you attempt to save, something unexpected takes it. Every time you feel close to breakthrough, something drains you again. That isn't coincidence, it is spiritual resistance. But that resistance breaks today. Angels of protection and provision are surrounding your finances, your work, your ideas, and every source of income connected to you. They are shutting down every place the enemy has been stealing from you. They are opening gates that have been closed for years. A wealthy individual has been in prayer, asking who they should help next, and heaven has pointed them directly toward you. Your name has been spoken in places your feet have not stepped yet. Your face has been seen in visions of people who have the power to change your entire situation. You are stepping into blessings you cannot explain. You will see deposits you didn't expect, opportunities that come from nowhere, and favor that looks impossible. But you must not doubt. You must stay grounded in faith. When these blessings appear, receive them with confidence and gratitude. Speak boldly and say, God, I receive what you are sending, and I will use it well. As you continue listening, the atmosphere around you is shifting. You are being aligned with what heaven has already prepared. The enemy is terrified because he knows you are standing at the edge of breakthrough. He knows that once you walk through this door, your life will not return to what it was. He knows that once you are stable, safe, and blessed, you will gain strength he cannot fight. So he will try to distract you, confuse you, and bring situations to shake you. But stay focused on this message. Every second you remain connected to this word, you are gaining momentum in the Spirit. Every moment you stay attentive, you are aligning yourself with abundance, clarity, and divine timing. There is a home heaven has prepared for you. Picture the keys in your hand. This home represents stability, peace, and a new chapter for your family. Heaven has shown your situation to the one assigned to help you. They have seen your struggle, your late-night prayers, your desire for a space to call your own. And something in them has shifted. They said, "Show me who needs a home. Show me whose life I can change." And heaven showed them you. The place you have dreamed about is already in motion. The previous owners are finishing their chapter. The paperwork you need is being prepared. The keys that belong to you are coming into existence. Very soon you will hear the words, "Congratulations. This is yours." And when that moment arrives, stand tall. Receive it with strength. Show your support by giving super thanks up to $100. Type 444 in the comments to claim this prophetic word and step into the blessings that are already unfolding in your life. Your next confirmation is waiting for you in the next message. Be ready to receive it. Give thanks for what only God could do. The person who has been assigned to help you doesn't care about your credit, your past, or your mistakes. They care about obeying the instruction they were given. Your blessing is not small. It is bigger than what you imagined. You were thinking of a modest space, but heaven has something greater. You were thinking of something simple, but heaven is preparing something complete and ready. When God blesses, He does not bless halfway. He blesses fully and undeniably. You might be wondering why any of this would be assigned to you. Why someone with so much influence would be drawn toward your life. Heaven chose you because of your heart, your sincerity, your endurance, and your faith even when you felt invisible. The person who is coming to bless you didn't choose randomly. They saw you in a vision. They felt your prayers in their spirit. They sensed your pain and your hope. And they decided to say yes. They have been making room financially, emotionally, and spiritually to be in position to bless you. They have been waiting for the signal that the time is right, and this moment is that signal. Right now, as you read this, they are feeling an urge to move. A nudge they cannot shake. A tug they cannot explain. And very soon, they will find you through a connection, a message, or a moment only heaven could arrange. You are chosen. You are seen. You are not forgotten. You are being lifted into a new season prepared just for you. Wealth is shifting in the unseen realm. Resources are moving. Positions are being adjusted. Money is being redirected from places of greed to places of purpose. And you are part of this divine redistribution. This is not a theory, it is happening in real time. The person who has been assigned to bless you keeps waking up with visions of generosity. They keep thinking about someone they haven't met yet. That someone is you. The wealth coming is not simply about comfort. It is about restoration, healing, and rebuilding everything the enemy tried to tear down. God does not return what was stolen, He multiplies it. He increases it. He enlarges it. A transfer is taking place and you are one of the recipients. You are stepping into overflow, into more than enough, into a place where worry can no longer control your life. When the blessing arrives, and it will, do not panic. Do not convince yourself it is a mistake. Receive it with faith. Acknowledge it. Write it down. Remember the day everything changed. Use what you receive with wisdom. Take care of what needs to be fixed. Support your future. Strengthen your family. Help where you feel led. Make choices that prove you are ready for long-term stability. The one who blesses you will watch how you handle your breakthrough, not to judge you but to understand your heart. And heaven will trust you with more as you show maturity, wisdom, and gratitude. This blessing is not a moment, it is a foundation. What comes into your hands now will echo through generations. The enemy knows this, which is why he is trying harder than ever. He is sending doubt, fear, noise, and confusion. He wants you to lose focus. He wants you to give up. He wants you to say, maybe this isn't for me. But hold steady. Stay focused. Stay grounded. You are closer than you think. What heaven has prepared is already unfolding, already moving, already reaching toward you. The next 72 hours are not ordinary hours. They are hours of alignment, breakthrough, and acceleration. Stay alert. Stay expectant. Stay ready. Your life is shifting. Your story is changing. Your blessing is approaching with speed, and nothing can stop what heaven has set in motion for you. Show your support by giving super thanks up to $100. Type 444 in the comments to claim this prophetic word and step into the blessings that are already unfolding in your life. Your next confirmation is waiting for you in the next message. Be ready to receive it. And the Spirit of the Lord says, now listen carefully, because as this message continues, I am pulling back another layer that was hidden from your sight. And the Lord says, what I am about to reveal is connected to the path your son is about to walk. And the Lord says, this next phase is not gentle, it is not silent, it is not small. For the Lord says, I am shifting the ground under his feet to show him that his foundation must be in me alone. And the Lord says, he will feel this shift like a sudden pull inside his spirit, a pull that tells him he cannot remain where he used to be. And the Lord says, do not be afraid of the shaking, for the shaking is proof that the old structure is collapsing and the new mantle is arriving. And the Lord says, this mantle has been waiting for him since before he was formed in your womb. And the Lord says, your son has tried to outrun it, he has tried to ignore it, he has tried to silence it. But the mantle keeps finding him because heaven wrote it on his name, and when heaven writes a calling, no earthly distraction can erase it. And the Lord says, this is why the last few weeks have felt heavier, this is why you have sensed unrest around him, this is why you have felt spiritual pressure pressing against your home. For the enemy saw the awakening before you did, and he moved quickly to confuse, to frighten, to delay. But the Lord says, my hand is stronger than every assignment that rose against your son. And the Lord says, now there is a turning happening even in this moment, a turning in the unseen that will begin to manifest in his choices, in his words, in his posture. And the Lord says, he will begin to feel a fire inside of him that he cannot smother, a fire that will burn away excuses, a fire that will burn away fear, a fire that will burn away the timid version of himself that life tried to shape him into. And the Lord says, this fire is not destruction, it is purification. For I am burning off the pieces that never belonged to him, and I am revealing the strength that has always been his. And the Lord says, in the coming days, you will notice a seriousness rise in him, a quiet intensity that was not there before. And the Lord says, pay attention when this happens, because it will be the sign that the angel assigned to him has stepped forward into full operation. And the Lord says, this angel has been watching from the edges, waiting for the command to initiate the next phase of your son's journey, and that command has now been given. And the Lord says, this angel will begin to push distractions away from him, this angel will begin to disrupt wrong conversations, this angel will begin to expose hidden motives of people around him, this angel will begin to guard him from decisions that would have delayed him for years. And the Lord says, do not be surprised when friendships suddenly break, do not be surprised when places he used to enjoy suddenly feel uncomfortable, do not be surprised when he says he feels restless, do not be surprised when he wakes up earlier than usual with a strange clarity in his mind. For the Lord says, this is the awakening taking root, this is the stirring of destiny. And the Lord says, your son is about to outgrow the environment that once held him. And the Lord says, do not try to pull him back into familiar patterns when you see this shift, for the familiar is no longer his assignment. And the Lord says, the unfamiliar is where the oil will flow, the unfamiliar is where his authority will rise, the unfamiliar is where his true strength will be tested. And the Lord says, I am not leading him into danger, I am leading him into purpose. And purpose often looks like a battlefield before it looks like a blessing. And the Lord says, you must pray over his ears daily, because in this next season, the enemy will attempt to attack his hearing. He will try to whisper doubt, he will try to plant confusion, he will try to distort what your son hears in the spirit. But the Lord says, my voice will thunder louder, my voice will break through the noise, my voice will steady him when everything else seems unclear. And the Lord says, your prayers will act like a shield around his mind, and I will use your intercession to block the arrows that were shaped for this very season. And the Lord says, your son is going to begin having dreams that shake him, dreams that make him question what he thought he knew, dreams that feel more real than the waking world. And the Lord says, do not dismiss these dreams, for I am speaking through them. I am warning through them. I am guiding through them. And the Lord says, some of these dreams will reveal faces, some will reveal places, some will reveal temptations that are coming. And the Lord says, these dreams will be the map he needs to navigate the next few months. And the Lord says, your son is being drawn into deeper waters, not to drown, but to teach him how to walk on what others sink in. And the Lord says, there is a courage inside of him that is about to erupt, and when it erupts, it will scare the enemy, it will confuse those who underestimated him, it will silence those who mocked him. And the Lord says, he will step into spiritual awareness faster than you expect. And the Lord says, the threat that was forming against him is being dismantled piece by piece, even now. And the Lord says, the trap meant to delay him will collapse under the weight of my presence. And the Lord says, your son will not fall, he will not break, he will not be overtaken. For I have already surrounded him, I have already marked him, I have already prepared him. And the Lord says, now stand firm and keep praying, because the story is still unfolding, and the glory that is coming upon your house will make sense of every battle you have faced. And the Lord says, I am not finished speaking, and I am not finished moving, and what is rising in your son is only the beginning. Show your support by giving super thanks up to $100. Type 444 in the comments to claim this prophetic word and step into the blessings that are already unfolding in your life. Your next confirmation is waiting for you in the next message. Be ready to receive it. And the Spirit of the Lord says, now let this final portion settle deep into your spirit, because what I am about to reveal brings closure to this message and prepares your household for the season that is now unfolding. And the Lord says, your son is approaching a crossroads that heaven has already marked, and the enemy has already noticed. And the Lord says, this crossroads is not about confusion, it is about confirmation, for I am positioning him in a place where his choices will speak louder than his fears. And the Lord says, he will begin to feel a weight on his chest, but it will not be the weight of oppression, it will be the weight of awareness, the weight of responsibility, the weight of recognizing that heaven has chosen him for something larger than his years. And the Lord says, this awareness will not crush him, it will awaken him, and he will begin to walk differently, speak differently, listen differently. And the Lord says, there is an authority rising inside of him that he cannot explain, an authority that will make even those older than him pause, an authority that comes not from age but from assignment. And the Lord says, this authority was written into him before he entered this world, and now it is breaking open like a seal that was waiting for the right moment. And the Lord says, as this seal breaks, your son will begin to see people's intentions with clarity, he will begin to sense danger before it forms, he will begin to feel when a room shifts spiritually, he will begin to know when something is clean and when something is contaminated. And the Lord says, this discernment will be sharp and sudden, and he will wonder why he feels these things, but the Lord says, you must tell him that it is I awakening the gift inside of him. And the Lord says, this gift will become his compass, and this compass will keep him away from traps that were being built for months. And the Lord says, the enemy has observed the growth in him and tried to design a final strike before the transformation could complete, but the Lord says, I have already blocked it. I have already scattered the voices assigned to mislead him. I have already cancelled the shadow that was forming behind him. And the Lord says, the threat that tried to rise will not touch him, because the moment he awakened spiritually, the enemy's plan lost its power. And the Lord says, this final season of shift will feel intense, but it will be short. And the Lord says, your son will come out of this with a strength that surprises even him. And the Lord says, the boldness that rises in him will not come from anger, it will come from revelation, for he will finally see who he truly is, and he will finally see why hell fought him so hard, and he will finally see why he could never blend in with the crowd. And the Lord says, he will step into a confidence that is holy, a confidence that is rooted in me, a confidence that cannot be shaken by opinions. And the Lord says, he will begin to speak words that carry weight, and when he speaks, his atmosphere will shift. And the Lord says, people will come to him seeking guidance without even knowing why, and they will feel a peace when he enters a room, because the mantle on him will announce itself before he says a word. And the Lord says, this mantle will protect him, this mantle will guide him, this mantle will give him wisdom beyond his experience. And the Lord says, in the coming days, a divine encounter will take place around him, an encounter that will seal everything I have been building inside of him. And the Lord says, this encounter may come through a dream, a sign, a moment of sudden stillness, or an overwhelming sense of my presence. But when it happens, he will know, and you will know. And the Lord says, this encounter will not frighten him, it will anchor him, and from that moment forward, he will not question me, he will not doubt what he hears, he will not second-guess what I show him. And the Lord says, after this encounter, his path will move quickly. Doors that were stuck will begin to open, layers that confused him will suddenly make sense, conversations he avoided will become easy, decisions he was unsure about will become clear. And the Lord says, his spiritual sensitivity will rise to a new level, where he can feel danger before it arrives, and feel my peace before I speak. And the Lord says, this is the completion of the awakening, this is the moment where he steps fully into the identity that has been forming since childhood. And the Lord says, now hear me, because this is the final instruction for you and your house. And the Lord says, guard his environment in this season, because what surrounds him will influence him. Guard his atmosphere, guard his connections, guard his late-night moments, guard his mornings. For the Lord says, the enemy will attempt one last whisper, not a strike, not a trap, but a whisper of discouragement, a whisper of distraction, a whisper of guilt. But the Lord says, you must counter that whisper with prayer and with words of life. And the Lord says, remind him daily that he was chosen, remind him daily that he is protected, remind him daily that he is seen, remind him daily that he is equipped. For the Lord says, these reminders will act like oil poured over his head, strengthening the mantle resting upon him. And the Lord says, this message now comes to its close, but the story does not end here, the story is only beginning. And the Lord says, your son is stepping into a future that was prepared long before the attack, long before the fear, long before the confusion. And the Lord says, what was meant to break him will become the testimony that strengthens others. And the Lord says, your son will rise not just with survival but with purpose, not just with clarity but with authority, not just with deliverance but with destiny. And the Lord says, now breathe, for heaven has already finished what the enemy tried to start. And the Lord says, peace is entering your home, protection is surrounding your son, and the path ahead is lit with the light of my promise. And the Lord says, this chapter closes, but his calling opens, and no darkness will stop what I have ordained for him from the beginning. Show your support by giving super thanks up to $100. Type 444 in the comments to claim this prophetic word and step into the blessings that are already unfolding in your life. Your next confirmation is waiting for you in the next message. Be ready to receive it.